So today we're going to talk about one of the most useful tools for diagnosing vacuum leaks in a vehicle. That's finding a cause of a lean condition. It could be a rough idle as well. Basically, all you need is this device here. This is a smoke machine that you put oil in, smoke fluid, and it has a coil in the bottom that heats up the oil, generates smoke. It has a little fan here that pumps air into the canister, and then the air that circulates in the canister, any smoke that's generated gets blown out this nozzle here. You have a clamp that connects to your battery, and this end here plugs in to the heater coil, and this powers the fan. So since vacuum leaks happen on the intake side of a vehicle, you just have to find a hose that's connected to the intake that you can connect this to and hook up your battery power, and then turn it on. It'll generate smoke, force it into the intake, and it will come out anywhere where there's leaks, as well as out of the main intake where you have the air filter. So by looking for the smoke, you can find out where air is getting into your engine. Here we have a car battery. Black goes to negative, red goes to positive, or the plus sign with that connected. You can remove the top here, and I've had this closed for a little bit here. You can put oil in it. Looks like I need some. You want to soak the wick and the coil. Then make sure that your lid is back on and connected. And then this has heat and auxiliary. The auxiliary is the fan. It has heat only, so you can turn it on heat only initially to start warming up the coil. That'll start generating smoke. And keep an eye on this end. It should start generating smoke pretty soon, so just let it heat up for a little bit and then kick the heat and auxiliary, which is the fan. And you can see smoke coming out here. Activate party mode. Now once the coil in here heats up a lot, this will really start billowing out smoke. I will put a clip here that shows using it on an actual vehicle here. Today we are working on this 9940 350. It has the 5.4 liter V8 in it. It's running a bit rough, has a rough idle. I'll fire it up and let's take a listen. I've removed the doghouse off the back of the engine here for easy access, so we can diagnose it more easily. You'll notice that low idle, it can get a little bit lopey at times. If I crack the throttle really hard, you can hear that sharp suction instead of a smooth acceleration. So we're going to start off by checking for vacuum leaks, and to do that I have this smoke machine here. You can hit heat only to warm it up. It connects to the battery here. So with it on heat only, you let it warm up, and I'm going to disconnect this line. This is the vacuum brake booster line, so I'm going to disconnect this. And I'm going to shove that smoke nozzle in the vacuum line so it'll blow smoke into the intake, and we'll be able to see where any leaks are. Okay, I have this smoke line jammed into the brake booster line here. We'll go ahead and turn this on to heat and auxiliary. They have a couple different variations of this. This one has a built-in fan. Not all of them have that. You can hook it up to shop air if you want to, but I want it to hook up to the battery and just blow it directly in. So we should start seeing smoke come out of here. This will be normal because that is the intake there. So you can see some smoke coming out now. So I'm going to go in and start looking around the engine, see if we see any smoke coming out in there where it's not supposed to be. Alright, now I'm looking around on the forward van. There's the PCV valve back in the back there that comes out of the crankcase. Out of the valve cover. Looking for smoke anywhere where it shouldn't be. So I see a little bit of, it might be blowing in from the intake because the wind may be blowing it back under here, but looking for anywhere where smoke may be escaping where it shouldn't be. Look under here. Oh, I see some there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Okay, you see that there? It looks like the intake manifold gasket is not seated properly, and there is some smoke coming out between the intake manifold and the head. So it looks like this will need a set of intake manifold gaskets. So yeah, see how that, you can see that smoke coming out right there? There is no way I would have been able to find that as quickly without a smoke machine. So it looks like the fix will be to take off the intake manifold here, this whole assembly, pull the intake manifold out the back, and put new gaskets in. You can see the volume of smoke that this thing puts out too, which is awesome. It just pumps it out, so it's really easy to find leaks. Alrighty guys, I got this all torn apart here. And it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe to get this all torn out. I pulled the the intake manifold out the back here. But if you look here, you notice how this gasket doesn't fit the contour of the intake opening here. There is a big gap here. I didn't check the gaskets, so I worked on this engine last year, or well, several months ago, and I didn't check the gasket when I put it in. I didn't realize that it didn't seal. So here's the other one I took off here. Let's compare it. This one is a Felpro 96281. Here's the one that's leaking, and here is the correct version. So you can see here how much extra space this one has here. So it's just the wrong gasket. So some of these engines, the mod motors, the 5.4, have a larger intake port, but this one does not. So put these gaskets back in, reassemble it, and the leak should be fixed. So with the smoke being generated, you want to put this in a hose that goes into your intake and then look for smoke where it's leaking out. Alright guys, that's it for this one. If you're interested in picking one up, check the link in the description. I have an Amazon affiliate link. If you buy one, it won't cost you anything extra, but Amazon will give me a commission for sending you there. So thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.